I've been getting a lot of questions about how to use levels of heading in APA format. First, before we get into that, let's talk about why you want to use them. If you are going through the process of writing a paper, you kind of need to plan what's going into it. Planning them using levels of headings helps you to organize the paper. If the paper is organized, it's easier to read. If you're doing the paper for an essay for school, then you're going to want to look at the marking scheme that your teacher's given you and make sure that you use elements of the marking scheme for your levels of headings. It'll help you stay organized and make sure that you put all of the important information into your paper. It also looks better if you have levels of headings in your essay. Because it looks better, it's more user-friendly to the reader. Improving readability helps with essays for school as well as publications. Now, I'm not saying that you should use all kinds of levels of headings for everything in your paper. You need to make sure you have the right number, or your paper will look like there's not enough content in it. Let's take a look at how to use them. In a previous video, I talked about thinking about levels of headings like you would a flowchart, where if the title of your paper was Essay Success, you would have different sections under that. One section might be how to format the essay. Another section might be peer review. So you would have Essay Success in the middle, one section over here would be how to format the paper, and another totally different section would be the peer review process. Now, those first bubbles that would come off of your Essay Success title are major sections of your paper. Those major sections, the titles of those major sections, become the Level 1 headings. Level 1 headings are bolded, centered, and they have uppercase and lowercase lettering. So you capitalize the first letter in all major words, but not the little tiny words like this. Every major section is going to be using that Level 1 heading. Now, underneath those major sections, you might have subsections. A subsection about how to format the paper might take a look at the body of the paper, and you might have another one about references, you might have another one about the title page. Each one of those have equal levels of importance, but they're not as big as the Level 1 heading because they're not as big as that major section. So we need to use a different level of heading. Level 2 headings for those subsections are left justified, which means that you put them off to the left of your paper. They're still bolded and they still use uppercase and lowercase lettering where you capitalize the major words. Now you would do that for each subsection of how to format the paper that is of equal importance. So the body of the paper is just as important as the references when you're looking at formatting. Now, underneath Level 2 headings, you may have further subsections. These subsections are all related to the Level 2 heading. So within the body of the paper, we're going to talk about levels of headings. We're also going to talk about citations and a number of other things. Are indented. So this one's off to the left. This one was off to the left, and then we pressed tab. And they have uppercase letters at the beginning, but then the rest is lowercase lettering for Level 3, and you end it with a period. So this has the same format as this because they're both of equal importance in relation to this. Okay? Underneath that, you may have other subsections, such as when to use levels of headings and how to format them. Those would be Level 4. They're almost like Level 3. The difference is that you italicize them. So they're still bolded, they still have a capital letter at the beginning, the rest of the lettering is small letters and they have a period. Now, you don't want to overuse levels of headings, but if you had a 5th level, it would be the same as Level 4, except that you don't bold it. I hope this video has been helpful. Please let me know if you have any more questions about levels of heading or anything else. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, and you can also visit youstudynursing.com for more helpful tips about APA, essay writing, and anything related to being successful in your nursing education.